gold, where in her budget speech, the seventh consecutive budget speech, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a cut in basic customs duty for gold to 6% from the 10% earlier. Following that announcement, the price of the yellow metal has dropped by over 5% on the MCX, or the multi-commodity exchange. Now the big question is on the minds of Indians who love gold, who love buying gold, both for traditional reasons as well as for investment reasons. Indians who love parking money in gold, the question on their mind is, will the prices of gold fall further? And more importantly, is now the right time to buy gold? To answer that and more, we have my colleague and friend Suyash Maheshwari joining us in the studio first. Suyash, talk to us. Is this a positive for the gold market or is it not? Because technically, a positive is what sends the prices up. But this makes gold more affordable. So in a sense, it's a positive for the consumers, isn't it?
Yes, and that's actually a very good question to ask, because, you know, the custom duty has been cut, but the prices have fallen. So in the mind of your average viewer, it would be like, how does it impact me, or how does it boost my investments, right? But overall, it's a big positive, as it will bring down the overall cost of importing. You see, the BCD the basic custom duty has been brought down from 10% to 6% now on gold. So the overall, the total import duty has been reduced from 15% to 11% now. And as you also rightly pointed out, the prices have declined substantially by about 5% on the multi-commodity exchange. And by the way, this is not just because of what was announced in the budget. There are some global factors at play over here as well. Internationally, the prices have declined by about 3%. And this was after, in the April-June quarter, US economy rebounded at a faster pace than was expected. It jumped by about 2.8% on a year-on-year basis compared to expectations of a 2% rise. Now, as we know, if the economy continues to run hot, the chances of a rate cut goes on, and that is bad news for non-interest bearing assets like gold. But coming back to how this is positive for gold, overall the prices have gone down and the demand for gold has surged, skyrocketed. In fact, Krishna, I was reading some of the brokerage reports that the footfall in jewelry stores have gone up significantly, and the demand for overall for the yellow metal as well as silver has gone up by almost 20%. Also, this reduction in the the customs duty will address one more issue, which is called the gold smuggling issue. Now, I was reading this report from Malabar Group. The duty cut reduces the cost of importing 1 kilogram of gold from 9.82 lakh rupees to just 3.93 lakh rupees. So, smuggling gold is less profitable for the smugglers and it's more manageable. So overall, there are multiple facets to this, and again, as I rightly pointed out, it is a big positive for gold prices.
Okay, it is a big positive for gold prices, and it's also the way it looks like right now. It is a big positive for domestic gold sellers, domestic jewelers, because the whole idea of cutting down the import duty on gold is that Indians don't import gold. Right. Now that doesn't help anybody, does it?
And certainly, as you made a good point over there, again, it's a big positive for your jewelers as well. And their stocks have skyrocketed. Look at Titan, look at Senco, look at Kalyan Jewelers. On the budget day when the announcement was made, the stocks rallied by about 6 to 8%. We have seen some bit of a profit booking since then. But again, the 3-day impact overall, it's positive. They are up by about 3 to 4%. So certainly, their profit margin would definitely increase because the cost of gold has come down. But for the consumer's standpoint, I mean, when the gold was trading at the all-time high of about 74,500 rupees, a lot of the market, at least from what I was reading and pick up from experts, was that people were sitting on the sideline and waiting for gold prices to come down before they could start buying gold.
Good point you make, because like the stock markets, like real estate, gold prices have been going through the roof, in the run-up to the budget, wasn't it?
Certainly, Krishna. And actually, this is one of the years where gold has, in fact, outperformed Nifty. Gold is up about 15%. Spot gold I'm talking about here on a year-to-date basis in 2024, whereas Nifty is up somewhere around 12 to 14%. Your Nifty is up about 13%. Mid-cap and small-cap, of course, have generated better returns. But again, as we know, it's a riskier asset. But, since the prices have come down and the expectation is that the US will probably move towards a rate cut by September, November and there could be another rate cut by December, it's a big positive one for gold and other precious metals because they are non-interest bearing. So once the interest on or the yields come down, it makes gold more attractive. Let's not forget that the festive season is also right around the corner. So demand locally is also expected to go up, Krishna.
So if demand locally goes up and then customs duty is cut, are you talking to us about a situation where the domestic prices of gold will grow faster than the global prices?
So that actually, basically, obviously, so gold in different markets trades at different prices. So of course, when we talk about financial assets, there is something called arbitrage where, you can buy it in a cheaper market and sell it in a more expensive market. But when it comes to gold, this reduction will align us better with international prices. As I also pointed out, gold prices in India has reduced by 5%, but globally also we have seen an impact, and there are multiple reasons for it. One, of course, because the numbers from US have come in hotter than expected, which again lends to the argument whether the US Fed will go for an interest rate cut and when it will go for an interest rate cut.
The reason why I'm asking you all this is really simple. One is buying gold jewelry. Gold jewelry prices come down. You want to buy jewelry for a wedding. You want to buy jewelry because you like buying gold jewelry. Indians love buying gold jewelry. So you go do that. But what about gold as an investment option? How is an investor supposed to look at gold? Is it a good time to buy? That's a big question asking.
Yes.
Is it a good time to park money in gold? Because how do you see gold prices behaving from here on? Will they stabilize? Right. Will they go up? Will they go down?
Yes, so just as a disclaimer, I'm not a registered investment advisor, but that's a very big and
Neither
important
of us
question.
Are actually.
Neither of us are a registered investment advisor, but again, as I mentioned, the demand for gold was obviously there, but when the prices have shot up so significantly by 20-25% in a matter of years, the common man was sitting on the sidelines and waiting for the prices to correct. Now, since the prices have come down because of a lower import duty, it does not mean that the asset price overall so the value has come down per se. It's just because of the cut in taxation that the prices of gold are more attractive in the domestic market. So it should ideally not hurt demand, and we are seeing some evidence of it. As I rightly pointed out, I mean, the footfall in jewelry stores has actually jumped up significantly. Demand overall, Krishna, has jumped by 20%. So people still want to buy gold. They are just waiting for the prices to stabilize now. So that we would need to figure out by when will the price of gold stabilize from here on.
All right, let's get in some expert view on that since neither of us are registered investment advisors. We have Mr. Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research at Nirmal Bang, now joining us on this broadcast. Kunal, talk to us. Is this the right time to buy gold in India? Kunal, if you can hear us.
I strongly believe, I was hearing your conversation, and I strongly believe that whatever you are saying is absolutely right. The value of gold is not going to go down in times to come. The prices of gold have come down in India and even in the international market because of multiple reasons. There is a slowdown in China. China is not buying gold from last 2, and even perhaps this will be a third consecutive month where every month where the Chinese central bank were buying 18 to 15 tons of gold, they are not buying anything. So that is one reason. Second, Indian gold have gone down because of 9% slash in duty. So I think for people who have missed the bull run, they were looking at the gold price when gold was trading at 75,000 rupees, and they were saying that we missed the bus because prices rallied from 60 to 75, and then there was this kind of correction. For them, all these people, they have now the opportunity to buy gold again. And one more thing, that remember the redemption of sovereign gold bond is going to take place in times to come. 1 lakh crore worth of redemption is going to be taken place, and if the 9% duty cut, that means government will have to pay 9,000 crores less as compared to what they were supposed to pay. Right. So there are many angles to this sharp cut in the import duty. Whatever government has done is perfect. There was no need for this unwanted smuggling of gold in India. I mean, the number was quite high, as a lot of people say that 300 tons. So I believe looking at the way geopolitical uncertainty is prevailing, looking at the way the de-dollarization taking place, looking at the way Western central banks are going to cut the rates, gold is a hedge. It's an insurance against all these uncertainties, and it's a great buy. So
Okay,
This
so
is
it's very
the right
clear.
time to buy
Kunal
gold.
Shah there of Nirmal Bang saying that it is the right time to buy gold. That's the word coming in. Kunal, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here. Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research at Nirmal Bang. And of course, Suyash Maheshwari for being with us in the studio.